Your swatch should now look something like this. We've alternatingly knit and purled each row, which gives us this lovely flat fabric called stockinette. On the front side, all the stitches look like knit stitches. The garter stitch, when we knit every row starting out, looks bumpy. Turning the swatch over, you can see that the back looks like all purl stitches. Now we're going to combine knits and purls to make ribbing. We're going to knit one stitch, then purl the next. Knit one, purl one, all the way to the end. The thing to remember is that you have to move your yarn between each stitch. Your yarn is at the back when you knit. When you purl, you need to move your yarn to the front, under the needle, then purl. Yarn to the back, then knit. Yarn to the front, purl. If your yarn is in the wrong place, you'll accidentally add a stitch, just like we saw earlier. This is called a yarn over. Here's my last stitch and my new stitch. And now you can see I've added a stitch. This is why it's good practice to count your stitches often. The same thing happens when going from purl to knit. If I forget to move the yarn to the back before I knit, I'll do the same thing. You can see I've added a funny stitch, and you can tell the angle is different. Because we have an odd number of stitches, our last stitch is a knit stitch. So on the front side, we'll start and end with knit stitches. Now we turn our work. And you can see that the last knit stitch we worked looks like a purl on the back side. And the back side of the purl stitch looks like a knit stitch. Because we have an odd number of stitches, on the back side, we'll start and end with purl stitches. For ribbing, we want our stitches to line up. We want to put purls above purls and knits above knits. Let's continue to the end of the row. Let's mark those 2 rows complete.